Well, James Stewart out circulating around the track on the parade lap, getting one final look at it. Chad Reed is out there as well. The reigning champ and the challenger, the points leader, James Stewart, getting one more look. Take a look at us from all the way across the stadium. Ralph Shaheen, Ricky Carmichael, and Jeff Emig with you. And Ricky, we were talking about entourages. You had a big one and a good one. Scott Taylor, JH, your mom, your dad, and Alvin Baker, your trainer. How important were they and how key to your titles?
Very, very, very important. I mean, they are your support group. I feel that I was kind of the inventor of the entourage in this world, if you will, in motocross, and now it seems like everyone has their guy. They made me feel comfortable, and they were my go-to guys, and I really didn't waver from them, and I really trusted what they would say, and they made me feel at home.
It was a little different for you, Jeff. In your era, entourages weren't as huge.
Oh, they were big at times, but we sometimes went down the wrong path. Whereas with Ricky's entourage, you know, they really, his core group there with everybody, your mom, your dad, everybody, they all helped keep Ricky on the straight and narrow. That's why all those wins, all those championships, that's a key part of it, kept you motivated.
It was all about me. Very selfish, you know, but it was all about me, and it was one goal, and that was to get me to win. And pretty neat for people to sacrifice themselves for that.
But now you've got the twin babies. It's going to be less of the me and more of the we, right?
That's exactly what it is.
Well, it's interesting how that me scenario continues on now, and then start two-man entourage, all about him.
That's right.
And you know, we have this very long shot across the stadium, and you can see the camera shaking a little bit. Windy out there tonight in the bowl here at San Boy Stadium. How much is that going to come into play?
I think that it's dried out the track quite a bit. That's the biggest deal, I believe.
It definitely has dried out the whoops. The face of the whoops are blue grooved all the way across. No traction there. The rider that can get across going to be the fastest.
Well, let's go down to Aaron.
You could only imagine how wound up these guys must be the night before the biggest race of their season, the dream of becoming a champion. Well, I caught up with both James Stewart and Chad Reed earlier and asked them what they did last night to relieve the pressure, take off some of the tension, and keep themselves calm. James Stewart, what he did, he took his fiance out for a $1,000 dinner at the Wynn, and he was at a dealer show. And also Chad Reed, he went gambling, he won himself $8,000, but both of them were in bed before midnight. They're lined up, their warriors, one more battle, ready to go.
So it sounds like we need to go to dinner with James and hit the casino with Chad.
Amen. That sounds like the program right there.
Here we go, guys. This is it.
Yep.
You know, one of the defining moment in each one of these riders' career. Ricky, 2006, the battle between these two guys were in that three-way battle with you. Yeah. To me, I mean, I cried when you won that. That was the most incredible championship for these guys. It's here tonight.
You have to win. Reed has to win. We know that. And James has to get
20
no
laps.
worse than third. You
20
don't,
laps.
You don't
Here
know
we
what's
go.
going to happen.
It's a crazy track. No traction out there. It's really loose.
And they've got Ryan Villapoto in between the two of them. And remember, he got a great start earlier on tonight, was very fast in his heat race. He could certainly be a player. You've got to be careful in those first couple of corners. Here we go, the main event, the season championship on the line.
Number 7
is the 800, Michael Lessie, getting the Holeshot. Where's Reed?
I think he's back in fifth or something.
He's deeper than that, Ricky. He's about ninth. He's about ninth, and Stewart is in second. A horrible start for Reed.
Anything can happen, guys. It's a long race.
Okay, here we go. The fastest guy through the whoops, and then there's
James
a
Stewart to the lead. Stewart to the lead. Here comes Reed. He's challenging for fifth. Villapoto trying to get around for second. Reed is in that pack right behind him, jumping his way through. Tedesco is there.
And Reed has got to get up front as quick as he can.
Well, look at it's chaos back there.
It is. Man, these guys are going for it too, like they're racing for the championship. Reed has got to get up front, guys, or James will get out front and get breathing room, and that's not, not what he needs.
There he is alongside of Ivan Tedesco. That is for fourth. And he hasn't cleared him yet.
There he goes. He gets by. That's fourth. As he comes past his teammate, Michael Lessie. You got to think Alessi's not going to put up much of a fight. He's going to let him all by.
Meanwhile, Stewart is doing everything he can to gap him.
You you got to put your head down, Chad, and go.
But I'll tell you what, Villapoto is sticking to the back of Stewart. He's only a second behind him. Into the whoops. Total commitment by Reed.
Here goes Reed.
He's alongside of Alessi.
Look at him.
He's got it. That's for
Tripling
third.
in.
That'll give him third. Next up, Ryan Villapoto.
I tell you what, Villapoto rode really good in his heat race.
He sure did. And he won at Seattle.
Well, Villapoto.
He's closing on Stewart. That's not what James needs
No.
at all.
And how about it for Villapoto? Middle of the season.
Alessi right inside of his teammate. Reed's going to lose a position back. Meanwhile, Villapoto comes hunting after Stewart.
Look at this, Villapoto going to try to get by James.
Villapoto knows there's a championship on the line, but there's also a win at stake. And Villapoto wants it. Here he
He's on the
comes.
gas. There he
After
goes.
Stewart to the inside. Can't get him at the corner.
Wow.
And Stewart cannot be happy with the fact that he's got somebody glued to him that tight.
You know, this
No.
is the last thing that James Stewart needs.
Yeah.
But also, you think about it, that pressure is going to keep James Stewart focused on a race and not focused on being cautious and thinking about the championship. He's going to have to focus on the job at hand.
But he doesn't need to win. Does he let him go? Not James Stewart style, is it?
No, he needs to go. Here's the thing. You got a guy that's riding really good. So if something happens, it's going to be that much harder.
There goes Villapoto.
Unbelievable.
Stewart made a mistake in the rhythm section. Villapoto is on the gas here in Vegas. Could the nerves be getting to James Stewart a little bit
I
here?
don't know, man.
He's never been in a position like this where he really didn't have to win. We always see him just go for the win. And now he has to pull back.
Unless
Can he ride that?
unless he's just hanging back, this just doesn't look like
Oh, wow, look at Villapoto just airing it out. And the crowd cheering him on.
I mean, Villapoto's just trying to check out on him.
Let's show you how he got by him.
Here's the hands up. Now watch Alessi after he passed Reed back. Now he says, go on. And Chad looks over like, man, what are you doing? I'm trying to get to the front here.
Then
Here
the
we
pass
go.
for the lead.
Oh, James is trying to do that rhythm lane. Look
That
at there.
rhythm in.
Paces it. Man, don't know if that would be a chance that I'd be taking on a championship weekend.
Remember what I told you, Ralph? He had a section there through the rhythm that nobody else had ever done. He did it one time in practice. He tried to pull that trick out of the hat in the main event, and it almost cost him. That was close.
Reed, by the way, is about almost 4 seconds behind Stewart at this point, but it's very early. Only lap 4 of 20.
You know, I don't know, with James, if he's slowing down or if something's wrong or what the deal is or if he's biding his time. That's really not him. I don't know if I'd change my program. It might mess his deal up, you know?
He certainly proved to me at the race in Seattle where, even his dad said James only knows how to ride one way.
Yes.
At Seattle, it was a very different James Stewart. It was the same scenario with Villapoto out front, that he rode really smart. He rode conservative.
There's Reed. There's Stewart. There's Reed.
Conservative and Stewart are two words that don't really haven't gone together, but that can get the job done here tonight.
You know, Jeff, it's interesting, though. I've talked with James about that, and he said, when most people think I'm out of control, I'm still in my personal comfort zone.
Yeah, absolutely. That's his style. It's always been that way, and it ain't going to change. So far, it's worked for him.
And you're kind of that way. You're known for getting your feet off the pegs and charging hard and all that. And when we all think you're going down, you save a lot of things that most of us would be laid up for months over.
That was just my deal, I mean, I wasn't scared to, let the legs fall off the foot pegs, no doubt. Man, he's giving it everything he's got right now, man.
Well, and you've been in this situation back in 2006 where the track was really, I think it was a little bit slippery than tonight even, where the three of you guys were all battling at it and you were having to push to the absolute limit, but the track was so difficult that that line between, being fast and going, trying to make up time, that line was so thin.
Yes, slower is almost better on a track like this.
Let's go back and take a look at the progressive whole shot replay.
Here we go.
Watch right there on the middle of your screen, that blue number 7. He gets on the brakes, but look at that, Alessi. Once again, the Holeshot artist comes barreling down Monster Alley. Look at that, 3 bike links.
You gotta wonder what happened with Reed. He was talking so much, Jeff, about how he finally figured out the clutch, and he just got left at the start with this pack.
Well,
I don't know, man.
you know, at Seattle, it was a similar situation where Reed knew that he had to get that started. Tell you, sometimes it just doesn't go your way. I mean, unless you're Michael Alessi, he's at least got 8 or 9 hole shots this season.
Ricky, we had so much controversy this week after Salt Lake City. Potential team tactics, did Kyle Chisholm trying to get in the way on purpose of Reed, and now James Stewart has a possibility of locking up this title here tonight. For a guy like Stewart, after a week like that, how do you get yourself mentally back in the game?
You know, you just got to keep digging. That's all you can do. Throw it away, go on. It's a new weekend. And attack the...
Stewart just made
making a mistake.
Big mistake in the rhythm section. That was not the fast way to go. He didn't triple up onto that tabletop, second obstacle from the end. Could the pressure be on Stewart?
We are not even halfway in this race yet. There's plenty of time for Reed.
Here we go.
There you
Look,
go.
he triples there. Comes up a little short.
So he doesn't triple on to this up there.
And when he landed in one of those pockets, his front wheel slid out a little bit.
So could the pressure be mounting here for Stewart across the line?
Well, let's see what the gap is between him and Reed.
Last lap around, Reed was the fastest rider on the track. Villopoto was second fastest, and Stewart was the third fastest. Last lap around, full second.
What is Stewart doing?
He's having problems here.
Is something wrong?
And Reed is right behind him.
I don't know. It's like
You know,
almost
it
has a
could be-
flat or something. I don't know.
That bike is just not running right. He is just not getting through there the way he would.
Oh my gosh.
Comes up
Look at that
again.
Look at that. And Reed is closing. Now remember, Stewart has to finish at least third if Chad wins.
So he has to finish fourth.
Fourth if Chad wins.
Chad has to win.
I don't know. Villopoto is on the gas. He's 7.5 seconds in front of Reed. So that's an extra 3 points that Reed desperately needs.
But if something is wrong with James's bike, it's just not handling right, maybe enough people could catch up and pass him. Who knows? Let's see what the gap is this time over the jump. It's 3 seconds between Stewart and Reed. He is definitely closing.
Absolutely.
Just not James Stewart.
No, it just don't look like him.
And that's, you know, that's kind of one of those things. We still have to race these final 11 laps here. You see Chad Reed really starting to close up now. And for James Stewart to have to get out of that mode that he's in and ride at a little bit different pace, sometimes it's really tough to do that. See here, he triples that again. Now he hits it nice and clean.
Got it that time.
Good section.
But here's the thing about James, Ricky. We saw it at Daytona. Twist the front end up. Bike shouldn't go anywhere. He still finds a way to ride beyond the bike.
Absolutely. Just found a way to make that thing happen and get as many points as possible. And that's what you got to do. Points.
We're live with you here from Las Vegas. Ralph Shaheen, Jeff Emmett, Ricky Carmichael, and Aaron Bates. Halfway home almost. And the main event and the season finale of the 2009 Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship. Ryan Villopoto, your leader. Points leader, James Stewart in second. And the man who's chasing him in the championship, Chad Reed, runs in third, but he's closing.
And it's starting to tighten up, guys. You look at the lap times. Last time around, Villopoto, our leader, 106 flat. Stewart was the second fastest, 105.4. Reed, the fastest, 105.4 also. So that's 0.6 of a second that they picked up on the leader.
Boy, Aaron, this battle's starting to heat up for second in the championship.
It most definitely is. And guys, I'm here at Mechanics Row, and I'm just taking a look at Oscar Weirdman, who is James Stewart's mechanic. And I also was just speaking with Larry Brooks, the team manager. When I asked them if there's anything wrong with James Stewart's bike, they both looked at me and said, I hope not. But at this point, Larry Brooks just said, he goes, I think he's just riding conservatively. He knows what he needs to do to get the job done.
Well, he certainly does. And He's won enough races this year, a second or third, whatever.
Look at this, he's right there.
He's closing up on him. The thing that James don't want to be too conservative about is Chad going to try something when he catches up to it.
Well, and that and letting his guard down too. Both riders have spoke that they would want to win this thing clean. In comparison to last week when the incident happened with another rider, Chad makes some gnarly move on James here. He puts him in the cheap seats. He can get penalized himself. Okay, these guys are champions. There's been some bad blood here lately. The gloves came off, but
Oh, man, he was right up on the front wheel.
On the front wheel there.
panic rev.
Man.
Maybe the pressure's getting to him. It's, we have to go back to another Yamaha rider, 1992, Damon Bradshaw, my teammate, who in the final race just mentally could not get it done of what he needed to do. Stewart certainly in a better position than what Damon was that day. And there's so much pressure to win this championship.
You saw James Stewart, mechanic Oscar, cheering him on. They're catching Nick Way, and Way's going to kind of take the line away from Stewart a little bit, and that's going to help Reed even more.
Wow, this track, Ricky, Ralph, it is so tough here. Look at Reed, now he's on the prowl. He's feeling good. You know when you're catching the guy. Last time around, he was 2/10 of a second.
Look at all that traffic,
What is he doing?
All kinds of traffic, too.
Look at he gets messed up by the lappers. James does.
And Reed closes in even more. Watch the crowd get on their feet now.
He's going to let Reed go. Look at Reed won't go by him. Reed will not go by him.
He wants to pressure him.
Why isn't Reed forcing this quicker?
I think Reed, I think he wants to let Reed go by.
But why isn't Reed forcing the issue? It looked like he had a perfect opportunity
I don't know, he might be towards the end.
Mike Gosler cheering his guy Reed on. Boy, he had a perfect opportunity there, and he lost a lot of time.
He did.
Well, if you really think strategically in how this is, that the whole season, Chad Reed has wanted to pressure James Stewart into a mistake. He's felt that that's how where the advantage is. Okay, now right now, James is totally content with letting him by, but Reed didn't go by.
Oh, look at Chad getting messed up by the lap.
But Jeff, he's got to get by because he's got to go get Villaproto still, doesn't he?
Well, even that is not going to get it done.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I definitely, if I was Reed, I would have gone ahead and taken the position and let it be. But, who knows? Maybe he was kind of, worried about what Stewart was doing there. If he tried to go wide on him, because Stewart went to the inside, Reed certainly didn't want to be on the outside of him in any way. But I'm telling you, James Stewart, he's handling the pressure. 11 wins this season. Let's watch a replay here, guys. See, watch Stewart just looks over to the left, tries to pull out of the way, pulls out of the fast line. The racing line's way up here. And look at Reed's body language, like,
he's
just not going to go by.
Yeah, I don't know why Reed didn't go by him there. I have no idea. I think he should have maybe.
Well, now the pressure's back on. That's like we said. He wants to try to force him into a mistake. That's how he can gain those points that he needs.
The inside
Now Reed.
Fans are certainly excited.
Reed is right there. Into the whoops. James continues to hold him off. This is the weirdest battle I have ever seen.
I don't really. Neither one of them are accomplishing anything right now.
Exactly, and the laps are ticking off.
It's hurting Reed because Villaproto's checking out, and James really ain't got nothing to lose right here.
He definitely does.
I don't understand it really.
Well,
they're doing their own thing.
These guys have such a rivalry, and it's just.
I think that James wants him to go by and Reed won't take it. He's looking like he might set him up right here.
Could it be one of those things? There he is, inside. Oh, contact! Oh, Reed is into the top box.
Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that.
That was a little attitude there. Stewart wisely keeps it on two wheels.
Wow.
That's not going to win the championship with Chad Reed. But
is that what he was waiting for?
Yeah, you got to think so. And that's, that's a little attitude there.
Because now he seems to be hammered down, doesn't he?
Oh, Ricky, here's the replay.
Like I said, he sets him up here, goes to the inside, and this is the last-ditch effort for Reed. He has to do something. It ends up not working out for him here.
Stewart's not going to be happy about that. I'm not sure I would be happy either, but this season's been like that, and it's been rough here lately. It got really ugly between these guys, and
he went pretty wide there.
Pretty wide.
He went way out there to get to him, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That was very, very direct.
Well, when things finish up here, 6 laps to go. You know, Reed may have got the best of it here, but I'm telling you, Stewart's going to be the champion.
Did he throw the championship away just for a payback?
No, Villopoto's out front right there. Fantastic race. They're not going to catch him.
No way.
And Reed needs more than that. You know, I know we can really talk this up in the booth here. We have a habit of doing that. I personally think it was that little bit of attitude. If
What's
really,
the difference between
if
payback
you
and
wanted
attitude?
to take him out, it would have been it would have been more malicious, and he would have cleaned his clock. Don't you think, Ricky? That was a little
100%.
rubbing. I'm not saying it's fair.
It wasn't
Yamaha
a clean
guys
out.
are not going to like it.
It wasn't a clean out. I mean, you know, let's be honest.
Oh, and what about number 2 here?
I mean, he just checked out. He's in a race of his own.
So here he is, Ryan Villopoto, going for win number 2. He took his first career Supercross at his home event in Seattle at Quest Field, and we all thought at the beginning of the season this guy would even be a challenger for the championship potentially. It took him a little while to get going, but look at it again. Here it is.
Go. Sets him up. I mean, this wasn't too bad. It really wasn't, guys at home.
See, he went pretty wide there,
Yeah,
and
he
Stewart
did, but
wasn't expecting it. Stewart wanted to let him by.
There's Mike Gosler's reaction. What's Goose thinking?
He's probably thinking, good pass, didn't get the job done, but hey, you got to go. You know, they were back there, they were wasting time. It was time to do something.
And it is smart riding by James Stewart. He had to be thinking when Reed didn't take that door, okay, something's coming. And he prepared himself for it, saved it. Could have been disastrous. He got into the tuck block. Could have cost him everything.
Anything could have happened. He could have fell down, bike not crank. I can't believe this guy right here, man.
You know, I hate to go on record with this, but, you know, I did call Villopoto out. You know, when I was doing the analysis, thought that the rookie could win 2 main events. And if you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but Seattle was 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tonight would be 2. Okay, yeah, so that's correct. My crystal ball's working, right? I mean, this is phenomenal.
I don't know about that.
You're
But
saying I'm lucky.
it did take
Saying I'm
Villopoto a
lucky.
little while.
I'm not saying you said he's going to win 2. I think you said he's going to win races.
It did take Villopoto a while to get going this year.
It did. I got to give it to him. I mean, he's riding good on a gnarly track.
Stewart will have lost 2 points to Reed if they finish this way, but James will be a 2-time champion when this one is done.
One of the most incredible championships that we've ever had. Close, a bitter rivalry in the end when they kept it really clean all throughout the year. And how about this for Villopoto? Middle part of the season with that illness. At first, we didn't know anything about it, and he's having trouble getting a top 10, totally off the radar. Goes home, gets some rest, gets healed up, comes back and wins 2 races.
And
Very
Ricky,
impressive.
he's going to carry a tremendous amount of mental momentum out of this season now. 2 wins, tail end of the year, as they get ready for Anaheim
100%. What a great way. If he seals this deal off, what a great way to build the momentum into the outdoor season and next year's Supercross.
Yeah, he's gaining some valuable experience here. And for Villopoto, who was the multi-time lights champion, indoor and outdoor dominant, one of the fastest riders that we've ever seen at that point, he came into Supercross this year and looked like he had lost some of the magic.
Yes.
Here,
Whoa,
right
he
in
gets
the
his
end.
foot off there.
Well, he missed that little kicker, that divot right off the tip, but he's in total control right now. This is a phenomenal night for the Monster Energy Kawasaki team. As you know, I'm pretty close with those guys. This is the actual bike that I did my start feature with, and I'm telling you, it's a pretty cool deal. I won championships with the Kawasaki team. Ricky won championships, and Villopoto taking some steps forward for his team also.
Absolutely.
Well, Ryan Villopoto, a big-time gun collector. I asked him how he celebrated after winning in Seattle, and he said he ordered up a big one.
And look at that,
He might be ordering up another one.
Villopoto just laps 29. Andrew Short on the Red Bull Honda third in points, locked in, but definitely not having the night that he was hoping for.
No,
because
Andrew's running an 8th as the white flag comes out for one more lap.
and short, we were all looking for him to win a race. That was his goal this season, and he's came up short.
Yeah. Man, it's so cool to see the adversity he's been faced this year. Everyone kind of wrote him off. I was actually surprised. I thought he would have done a little bit better at the beginning. Now he's going to seal it up.
Well, you had some growing pains too. Never made a podium in your first season, and then you backed it up. You learned. What's that they say about you learn more from your losses than your wins? You know, type of thing.
Absolutely.
And I was there with you, Ricky, in your first season.
I beat the traffic home a lot of times.
Ryan Villapoto.
He's pumped.
He is psyched on his way to his second career Supercross win in his rookie season.
Right now, 6 seconds ahead of Reed, 22.5 seconds ahead of Stewart. The crowd really acknowledging Ryan's.
Here he comes, Ryan Villapoto, making his way to the checkered flag in his second career win as he lights the candles here in Las Vegas.
Very cool.
The fireworks go off, and Chad Reed comes across in second. Where is James Stewart? Reed will finish second tonight. The confetti is flying. He'll finish second in the championship as well. Making his way through the confetti. Here he comes. James Stewart. He will do it. He will win his second Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship in one of the wildest championship seasons in Supercross history. James Stewart is the man on the top step of the podium with the #1 plate.
What a night for the San Manuel Yamaha team. They worked so hard. At times they were unbeatable. At times they were on the ground. And what they do, they work together. They banded together for one last ride. James Stewart pulls a third to win the championship.
Ricky, we've got the king of Supercross and Jeremy McGrath. We've got the greatest of all time in yourself. Where are we going to put James Stewart?
I mean, you can't. He is the fastest rider ever, I think.
This is an elite group.
He's a good guy. Look at the emotion, man.
It has been an unbelievable season of plot twists. James Stewart has battled through so much.
Yeah.
He's won so many races. This was his 11th win this season. He's had 11 wins. He finished his third here tonight. We saw a maturing process with James this year. He battled through pain. Remember his tooth back earlier this year. The troubles, Jeff, where he fell those couple of races.
Think about it. Think back, all of our speed viewers, the image of James Stewart after Anaheim 1, walking off. Aaron Bates gets with him, sticks the mic in his face. The frustration. I crashed. That's what it is. Difficult. Who were the two men standing right by him? His father, Big James, and Larry Brooks. It's gonna be okay. 19th to champion. Ricky, you had that type of season.
And that's
when you crashed in the first round and you came back to win it. I mean, that's very difficult.
Especially in this day, the competitiveness is so tough. Look at all this,
that was Larry Brooks that was hugging him, the team manager. There's Rado in the hat. We talked about the entourage. There's Anthony Paggio, one of the members of that crew. There's Malcolm, James's brother. And what a star he's going to be down the road probably. You saw Big James making his way in there. On the other side, Chad Reed, his wife Ellie, wiping away the frustration. Leaving Australia, the two of them at the age of 18, leaving their family and everything they knew behind them, getting married. Big James whispering in the ear of his son. Championship #2.
Hey,
that's Henio Arcanelli, president of Yamaha North America there. Just to the left of James, Bob Starr from Yamaha as well. There's Alden Baker, his trainer. We'll be back. The celebration from the podium after this. The season and drop the gate in Anaheim, everybody immediately starts thinking about this place because this is where the champions get crowned. It was a long season, 17 races as we crisscrossed the country, coast to coast, border to border, These guys battled at it bar to bar one more time, and when it was all done, James Stewart was the champ. There is the victory podium. You can see the mass of humanity gathering in front of it as we get set to hand out a lot of hardware.
A couple of cameras down there too, yeah.
Yep, the road to Las Vegas. It's been a crazy path as we charge all over the place, even up into Canada. And apparently it all ends on the podium here tonight, the Monster Energy Podium. And you can see James Stewart is going to be on that top step with a 4-point difference between him and Chad Reed. Andrew Short, a great season, finishing in third. Well, Aaron, let's meet him.
What a night, you guys. James Stewart is overwhelmed with emotion as he takes home his second Supercross championship. James, it was a long, hard battle. Take us through tonight's race. You even had a little bumping and grinding, but you made some uncharacteristic mistakes for yourself. Were you starting to crack under the pressure a little bit? What was taking place?
Crack under the pressure. You see this right here? That's number one right there. No cracking under pressure. I knew, Ryan was riding really good tonight, and I knew what I had to do to get the championship, and it was good because I kind of let him go to get a good gap so Chad couldn't catch him. And, man, that just shows what kind of rider Chad is, man. He did. So I got this number one plate, San Manuel Yamaha, Red Bull, everybody from Alpine Star Boots, Bell Helmets, Nike, Oakley. Man, I am so happy. You guys don't understand.
Take us through the move that Chad made on you. And obviously, it could have been a little bit rougher. Did it surprise you whatsoever?
No, because that's how he rides, and it is what it is. I always said I don't want to ride like that, but it was good. He put me into the tough blocks. I ran off the track, and hey, you know what? This is why I race. This is why I train, and I took it away from him.
When you crashed at Anaheim 1, did you think it was possible to come back from the deficit that you had? Did you think it was possible to be where you're standing right here, right now?
Well, I always believe in my training, and I gave him a head start at A1, Daytona, and I'm still the champion. And, I got to thank my team, San Manuel Yamaha. Larry Brooks, man, that guy is awesome. I don't care what anybody says. He's the greatest team manager in the world. Keith McCarty from Yamaha, everybody from my team, Oscar, Paul.
James, 11 wins under your belt, 2 championships. What's in store for your future now?
Try to win some more. I want to cry right now, man. I am so happy. The last 5 laps, I was nervous of somebody going to jail, but I was able to squeak it out and win, and I'm so happy.
Congratulations on a very sweet success. Way to go.
There's one other thing we saw out of James this year, and there was so much talk about he is the fastest, but there was always conversation about he needed to mature and learn when to back off. We saw him do it twice this season. Tonight was one of those, and those 2 nights where he did that got him to this title.
No, absolutely. He won it hands down. He's a great rider, fastest rider I believe ever that's ridden a motorcycle. Fun guy to race, no doubt. I enjoyed racing him. He deserves this title. Congratulations to him, his team. It's pretty neat to see where he came back
from. And the entourage will definitely be celebrating tonight.
And 2 championships in a row for the San Manuel Yamaha team. A lot of stuff happening over there. Larry Brooks doing a good job with that team. We'll be right back. We'll hear from Chad Reed as well. The victory podium. James Stewart is up there. Folks from the FIM and the AMA there to present him hardware. We'll be doing all of that in just a few minutes. As we take a look back towards the strip, here are the final results from tonight's season finale. Race number 17. Kevin Windham, one of his better rides tonight, finishes 4th. Ivan Tedesco, top 5. Michael Lessie had the whole shot, comes back to finish 6th.
Nathan Ramsey up there with the 9th inside the top 10. With all that drama going on with the championship, we didn't get a chance to go back there, but certainly some fine
top 10. Yep. Working our way through the final 10, Heath Voss takes the final spot in tonight's main event. We go back to Aaron.
Chad Reed is known as the grittiest rider out here on the track. He did not give up, not even down to the very last lap. Chad, let's start from the beginning. What happened at the start? You had a poor start. If only you had the one that you had in your heat race.
Yeah, that would have been nice. But you know what? James had a great year. You can't take anything away from him. I gave it everything I had. I was there every weekend but one, and we got a 7th. But you know what? It was a great year. I want to thank everybody, the whole team, at Rockstar Makita Suzuki. I had a blast all year long. My wife, Ellie, she was there through the thick and thin, and, I think we achieved a lot this year. So, we're going to hold our heads high and work hard, and, as always, we'll always be back bigger and stronger next year, and I think it's going to be a great year.
Round lap 7, you had an opportunity to make a pass. You didn't do that, but then their opportunity did arrive. You did make a pass. However, it could have been a little bit more aggressive. Take us through the pass and being aggressive up in bars with James.
Yeah, I just, what can I do? I needed to win the race, and he needed to finish 4th, and the likeliness of that happening was pretty low, and I just had to sit on him, and hope that he was going to make a mistake, and he rode a solid race. He was smart and, did what I would have done. So, I put aggressive pass on him as he would have done to me, and, like I said, it's been a tough year, and we're definitely tempers have got high, and like I said, we'll regroup and be stronger than ever.
Putting in such a hard-fought battle all season long, coming up 4 points short, how disappointing is this moment?
Oh, it's really, really disappointing. Everybody wants to be the champ, and to come this close, it's heartbreaking, but like I said, go home, regroup, and come back strong. Me and my wife, we're gonna have a good time here, a little vacation, and get ready to have some fun again. I feel like I got a lot more fight in me, a lot more racing in me still yet, so we'll see.
Congratulations on a very successful season and definitely a well-deserved vacation.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I want to thank everybody at home, and for all the true fans out there, I love racing, and we'll see what happens. We might be racing in a few weeks.
Chad Reed comes home second in the race, second in the championship. How about Villapoto? He's 2 as well, 2 wins. We'll talk to him when we come back.
Rebellion Supercross
Monday on Speed, the Governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, pays a visit to Supercars Exposed. Check out a hydrogen-assisted, turbo-powered Ron Scorpion Roadster. Strap in for Supercars Exposed, Monday night, 9 Eastern, exclusively on Speed. Well, let's head back to Aaron.
He's this year's rookie, but he's taken home his 2nd victory of the season. Ryan, what a way to polish off the season for you. You basically just checked out and rode your own race.
Yeah, it was a great night. Rode a good qualifier, and got another good start in the main. Got into 2nd right behind James, and made a pass on him, and just tried to ride my own race and get a little bit of a gap, and I did that, and just tried to ride 20 solid laps. Vegas is a tough track to do 20 clean laps on.
What was going through your mind when you made the pass for the lead?
Probably that I wasn't. It was a 50-50. Either I was going to get a fight, or I was maybe going to get a little bit of a back off. I personally think he just rode a smart race for himself, and I give it to James. He's a great rider and a smart one.
Congratulations to you. You overcame so much adversity. What a way to finish off this season.
Here's the final installment of the Speed Trivia Challenge and your chance to win that 32GB Apple iPod Touch. In the last 10 years, who won the closest Supercross class championship battle? Was it James Stewart, Chad Reed, Ricky Carmichael, or Jeremy McGrath? The correct answer, got him right. Ricky Carmichael won the 2006 title by 2 points over both Reed and Stewart. Remember, the winner gets a 32GB Apple iPod Touch.
Cool.
That was quite a battle that year. Quite a battle. We'll be right back. We're going to hand out that number 1 plate to James Stewart after these words. Back to Sam Boyd Stadium. Well, the one thing that's left to do is to hand out the number 1 plate and all the trophies and all the big stuff that goes with winning this very prestigious championship. You can see everybody's gathered up on the podium. The man with the microphone to MC all of this for us is the man who works on the floor. Here's Terry Boyd.
Terry. All right, hey, it is the best part of the season. The 2009 Supercross champion. The tears are flowing for the presentation for the FIM medal, Dr. Wolfgang Serb.
It gives me great pleasure to hand the gold medal to the new world champion, James Stewart.
Now, for the presentation of the AMA number 1 plate, the president of the AMA, Mr. Rob Dingman.
James, it was a hard-fought victory, and I have something you want. On behalf of the American Motorcyclist Association, congratulations, our 2009 AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship champion. Congratulations.
$100,000 check, the tears rolling down the cheeks. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you your 2009 Supercross champion, James Stewart.
I just want to, first of all, thank all you fans for sticking around. You guys don't know how tough this year's been. I mean, from Anaheim 1 to come back, and I've been trying my best all year, and I mean, this is the best championship I've ever won. I want to thank my team, San Manuel, Larry Brooks, for believing me. I mean, those guys made a hard decision in the beginning part of the year to sign me on, and I hope it's worth it to you guys. I mean, we got the #1 plate. Larry and Mike, Oscar, Paul, everybody from Yamaha, Keith McCarty, thank you. Henio, my practice mechanic, thank you. I'm so nervous right now. But I'm so happy, I don't even understand, everybody from Red Bull, my mom and dad, my dad, thank you. This has been a hard-fought championship for everybody. I mean, all my fans out there, thank you so much. I mean, it's been an unbelievable year. Answer Racing, Roger from Answer, hey, thank you so much. I know I've been in the pain for the gear and everything, but it's worth it. Oakley, Anthony Paggio, everybody from Oakley, thank you. Curtis from Nike, big sponsor. I'm so stoked to be with you guys. I just want to say thank you. Alpine Star, yeah. Larry knows I love him. I love him. Feld Entertainment, I know it's been a series for everybody. Everybody's been putting a lot of work in this thing, and it's made it unbelievable. I can't believe it went this down so far, and man, you guys, thank you to everybody. I just want to thank the Lord upstairs, my trainer Eldon Baker, my mom and dad, my fiance, everybody, my bus driver JD. I mean, everybody in the Stewart camp, everybody a part of Team Yamaha, everybody back in the corporate office, all the dealers, thank you for being supportive, selling motorcycles, and all the fans for tuning in to the 2009 Supercross Series. And I will be back with the #1 plate. I'll see you guys next year.
Well, there he is, your 2009 champion, James Stewart. And again, you just got to wonder how far he's going to take this. This championship #2, all the wins he's racking up. What is left for James Stewart but just more of an attack on the record book, Ricky?
Yeah, it's a great feather in his cap, no doubt. This is #2, probably 2 of very many to come. He's a great rider. There's no doubt about it. He fought a lot of adversity this year and got the job done when he needed to.
Well, one thing that I'm going to take away from this championship is the Stewart-Reed rivalry, and this thing isn't over yet. And you got to think that next year, with Villapoto gaining some momentum, if he has a good offseason here with the motocross, that we could have another 3-way battle in Supercross 2010 like we did with you, Ricky, 2006. So still, Supercross, this is the crown jewel of our sport. We've seen these riders just give it everything. The teams give it everything. And now, Stewart, he's on top for the second time.
Well, Larry Brooks has orchestrated the last 2 championships for San Manuel Yamaha. He's standing by with Aaron.
Well, I can tell you this is not the look that he had on his face when he entered here at Las Vegas this morning. Larry, what a long, hard-fought battle it was this season. Obviously overwhelmed, overjoyed, but you guys worked extremely hard for this one.
This was a great victory. I've almost lost my voice, so I'm going to struggle through this for sure, but I can't thank James Stewart enough. I mean, we hired him, brought him in, and he did a great job for San Manuel, for all our sponsors, Yamaha. It was a great year. I mean, he rode that race like a champion. He knew what he had to do. We thought the strategy was get out in the lead and take off, and it threw him right in the pressure cooker, and then he just played smart, and he rode a really, really smart, good race, and, we can't do this without that are sponsors, and I've got to thank all of them real quick. And it's San Manuel, obviously, on top, and Yamaha, Red Bull, JSE. We have a slew of them, and those are the major ones, the most important ones, and I'm really excited. I mean, it's 2 championships in a row for me, 2 years in a row, and that's I'm really happy right now.
Congratulations to you guys. It's safe to say that the celebration is on tonight. Guys, back to you.
Oh yeah, Aaron.